You to Szombathely Arena here in Savaria, Hungary, as we get set for EuroBasket qualifiers, as we've got two quality teams ready to take the court here in a big battle between Hungary, the homestanding squad, as they take on Iceland in this matchup. Iceland with their head coach Craig Pedersen, Baldur Ragnarsson, as you see the other games being taken place today on day number 5 here in group number B. Standings look like this: Italy and Turkey 3-1, Iceland 2-2, Hungary 0-4. See the stats so far. So this is a very interesting situation. Iceland can, of course, qualify for the final round with a win or a loss of less than 5 points. Hungary will be eliminated with a loss or a win by fewer than 5 points, with Italy and Turkey already securing their spots into the next round. Expected a big crowd to take place here tonight in Szombathely at Savaria Arena, home to the Falco Szombathely squad, as the teams now come on out for their starting lineups. Iceland will be in their traveling whites, and Hungary will be in their homestanding reds. So both teams looking to push the pace in this one. The last time these teams met was in Reykjavik, almost exactly a year ago, and it was Iceland that came from behind, winning 70-65. It was a very interesting game because Hungary had a 9-point lead, and they led most of the game, almost 27 and a half minutes. Hungary maintained the lead. Iceland only holding on to a lead for the 8 minutes of the ball game. But free throw percentage really in the last game told the tale. Iceland shooting 85.7% from the stripe, and Hungary shooting a dismal 46.7% from the charity stripe. So we'll see how that plays out tonight, as the Hungarian team now being introduced to the crowd. Not sure how many Iceland fans will make the trip from Reykjavik into Budapest and then on their way down to Savaria Arena. There should be a few smattering Icelandic fans here looking for their squad to pull off a big win, and it would be a big win if they could get it done in this very tough environment. Head coach for Hungary, Gaspar Horn, his assistant Milos Konakov, currently ranked 44th in the world rankings by FIBA. Now time we pause for the national anthems of both Iceland and Hungary. And now the national anthem of the homestanding Hungarian team.
Now please remain standing for the national anthem of Hungary.
So both teams have had their national anthem played here in beautiful Savaria Arena, Szombathely in Hungary, and now it is time to get underway here in Group B. As mentioned, Italy, Turkey have already qualified for the FIBA EuroBasket 2025, and now it is up to one of these two teams to see if they can progress further. Our referees for tonight's matchup: Julio Anaya from Panama, Georgios Porosanidis of Greece, and Karsten Straub of Germany. So final preparations by both teams and coaches as they work to a strategy. It'll be interesting to see what kind of approach that Hungary takes in this game. Again, they held the lead for much of the last time these teams met, almost exactly a year ago, but ended up losing that game. They had the lead, they had most possessions, just could not close the deal as Iceland got hot late. Got a great outside shooting coming from the likes of Kristen Paulsen, number 14, Elvar Fridriksson, number 10, and they kept the Icelandic squad in the game to the point where they were able to close it out in the final moments. But that was 1 year ago. The rosters have changed a little bit, not quite as much for Iceland as it has for Hungary. We'll see how Hungary responds with their head man, Gasper Okorn, the head coach, trying to turn back that loss from February 22nd of 2024. They went down by 5 points, 70-65. As we take a look at the starting lineup, you'll have Lindsen, Paulsen, Hermansen, Fridriksson, and John Axel Gudmundsson. Keep your eye on Hokor Paulsen, as we mentioned, big-time shooter, as he is inserted into the lineup. Their head coach, Craig Pedersen, his assistant coach, Baldur Ragnarsson, looking to come into Hungary and pick up a big win. And we will keep reminding you of the scenarios for group number B. Iceland will qualify for the final round with a win or a loss of less than 5 points. And Hungary needs to make sure they get a victory, and they've got to win by more than 5 points. Still coming up for Iceland, they have a visit with Turkey. That's coming up day after tomorrow in Reykjavik. And of course, Hungary will take on Italy on Sunday as well. And that will be in Italia. So fans continue to make their way inside Szombathely Savaria Arena as we get ready for Hungary's starting five. Varadi, Goloman, Lukács, Zoltán Pearl, and Nate Ruvers getting the start. Ruvers, the 6'11" power forward, just 25 years of age, with the bench for Coach Okorn. Keep an eye on Zoltán Pearl, averaging almost 14 points a game, had 12 points in their last meeting. And we will give you a little glance inside the timeouts and the huddles. We'll see how you decipher.
What they do on the Spain action, right? So ram screen into Spain, okay? Then after second, one chest. Hey.
Translation in Hungarian will not be my forte. Many people believe that Hungarian language is one of the most difficult to master, even for Hungarians. Recently in Budapest, and speaking with some locals, and they said exactly the same thing. They've lived there a whole life, and some people still think they have an accent. So we'll see how it plays out on the court tonight, though. We have got some great action for you here as we get ready for FIBA EuroBasket 2025 qualifiers. Hungary hosting Iceland. There is the Icelandic giant, Tryggvi Linnason. 7 feet 1 inches tall, just 26 years of age, plays his club ball in Bilbao, Spain. Last time they met, he went for a double-double, 14 points, 11 rebounds. Tough to defend him. Got to get him out and running. As mentioned, the Hungarians will be in their home reds. Iceland will be in their traveling whites. Players to keep an eye on for Iceland. You'd have to go, obviously, with Linnason and, of course, Elvar Fridriksson as the opening tip. And we are underway here in Szombathely. Hungary, a very scrappy squad. They play some really good defense, but don't discount the same defense played by Iceland and excellent outside shooting. Pass intercepted and tipped out of bounds. Nice work there by number 24, Hokor Paulsen. Stretching out the defense. Want to make the big men move. Here's a three-point attempt early on. Off the mark, hits the heel, but offensive rebound for Hungary. Reset, and the shot goes right back up off the front rim, and Iceland controls. And now, watch the Icelandic squad get up and down this court. Kristen Paulson kicking back out. Check that Hermanson inside of Hinlinson. Way too close, way too easy, but he misses the point blank. And a beautiful jam on the other end. Well played as Norbert Lukács gets the first bucket of the game. So slow transition defense from Iceland, and Hungary makes them pay for the first basket. Excellent ball handler is Elvar Fredriksson. Gets himself in the lane, nowhere to go, has to kick it back out. Shot clock now dipping down to 6 on the drive and the kick, wide open for 15, and he buries it. Nice shot by Martin Hermanson. Coming off a 17-point performance, 4 rebounds, 4 assists in the last meeting between these two teams. So quickly Iceland regains, or goes into the lead, I should say, 3-2. 10-minute quarters here in FIBA as we just go under 8.5 to play here. First quarter from Sambatai Savaria Arena. That one picked off. Does he have the numbers? He'll take it in. Well defended, but it is a foul. And they will get Zoltan Pearl for his first foul as he picks up trying to defend on John Axel Gudmundsson. Gudmundsson trying to use the rim and his body to shield the defender, and he just got clipped over the top of the head. So he will go to the line and shoot 2. Gudmundsson, the 27-year-old who plays his club ball in Spain at San Pablo Burgos. Actually a teammate with Hungary's Georg Goleman. Both play for that Spanish club. And also a graduate of Davidson University in the United States. Same university that produced Steph Curry. 4-2 as we come up on 8 minutes to play here in the first quarter from Hungary. Group B play. Extended defense and its last touch by Hungary. A little bit of miscommunication there. You had too many players in a very small area. Zoltan Pearl, ball goes off his leg and it's back to the Icelandic squad. Token defense in backcourt. Handled nicely by Elvar Fredriksson. This guy's got a great handle. Good court vision, head's always up. Martin Hermanson looking to try to get around. Double team momentarily. His pass partially deflected and picked off by Hungary. Nice work there by Nate Roovers. Hungary looking for a tie or the lead. That alley-oop just left a little too late. And now Iceland running with numbers. 3-on-2, the pull-up, and it drops. Beautiful. Thought for a moment there might have been a floater pass for an alley-oop, but Elvar Fredriksson does it himself, and Iceland quickly to a 6-2 lead. Fans starting to come alive here in Hungary. Look at the defense. Iceland extending that defense well past the three-point line. Roovers on the drive. Drives on the big man. That shot denied. Iceland now coming back. Do they have the numbers? It's a 4-on-4 game, and Martin Hermanson make a quick cut to the line, and Benedikt Varadi got it. That's what 7-1 does to you. Wow. There you see the foul, but Tryggvi Linnason is going to make it very difficult for Hungary to drive into the paint and get a free look. Big number 32, 7-1, three-pointer on the way, comes up short. So no harm, no foul on this one, and now Hungary trying to get themselves second bucket. A little bit on the cold streak, goes up and under, no foul called, and back comes Iceland, always looking for a chance to run. The shot goes up. Would have given him continuation had it fallen. So this is at the other end. Just couldn't get it to fall with Roovers. And then Elvar Fredriksson pushing the pace. Multiple Hungarian players got their hands in there. Looking for a big alley-oop there, can't get it done, gives it right inside. Paulson. Fredriksson buries the 3. What a shot as Martin Hermansen came off that slight screen off the right corner and just buried a three. The defender so close, and now it is Iceland 9-2, but you see no sense of panic at this point from Gaspar Okorn, the head coach of Hungary. They're getting the looks, they're just knocking him down. And great defense again by Iceland. 2-on-1, he'll take it himself and put it in himself. What a run by Elvar Fridriksson, and there is the timeout as Iceland has run their lead now to 11-2 with 6:03 to play here in the first quarter in Hungary.
Why you are scared? We are like that the ball is gone. We are passing the ball. We are staying. We are playing zero. Why that we are scared? I don't know. This is I don't know. Here everything is wrong. No setting the screen. No sprint. Turnover on turnover. They are running on the other side. I don't know. Layup on layup. I don't know. Here.
And this is exactly what head coach Okorn was talking about. Too many layups for Iceland. This just makes it too easy. Fast break points are just ridiculous at this point. There was the one big dunk, but since then it has been all Iceland, shooting 66% from the field as opposed to Hungary's 16.7%. 3 turnovers to 1. Hungary's got to clean that up just a little bit. Defensive rebounds, 4 defensive rebounds for Iceland so far. So 11-2, 6:03 to play in the first quarter. Head coach Craig Pedersen of Iceland, he likes exactly what he's seeing. Keep what you're doing, fellas. This is a big moment for Hungary. They've got to get a bucket here. So establish some kind of offense, get some kind of flow going. Their coach said just too much standing, not enough screens. Deep range 3, that's off the front mark. Rebound made there by John Axel Gudmundsson. Doesn't run on this one, just not the number. So they'll back it out and run their offensive set. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Behind the back, inside, nice penetration there by Fridriksson. Just such a quick first step inside to the big man. He kicks it back out, wide open 3 off the front rim. That ball knocked around off the backboard into the backcourt, and a Hungarian player was left there. And so it is 2 dunks in a row for Hungary. Norbert Lukács gets the bucket. That buys Hungary a little more time, 5 minutes. They were looking for a backdoor cut as they were trying to get it to Fridriksson, but his eyes were not on it, and Linnesson claims that one. Here's one more time. Fortuitous bounce for him, and just an easy bucket. And they needed that bucket in a big-time way, did Hungary. So the fans back engaged in this one as their team was down 11-2, now 11-4 with the ball. Substitutions now coming as number 3, Marcel Pongo, is now checked in for head coach Okorn and the Hungarian squad. Under 5 to play here in the first quarter. And foul away from the ball will stay with Hungary. Looks like they're going to get John Axel Gudmundsson on the push down below. 11 seconds on the shot clock. David Voda now checking in there. You see the action down below. And 14, Kristen Paulsen, who hit for 11 points the last time these two teams met. Great outside shooter. Big opportunity now for Hungary. Establish some kind of offensive flow. Great defense coming from Iceland. No one guarding on the outside line. And you saw the push in the back. And they're going to get Marcel Pongo as he got his money's worth on that foul. Julianaya saw that one coming. Here it is right in the center as Martin Hermansen was the brunt of that one. Gaspar Okorn could not be happy the way his squad has started this one. Down 11-2. They claw back with a easy dunk to make it 11-4 as we go under 4:30 to play here in the first quarter. Deep range 3, up and in. Beautiful shot by Hermansen. 29-year-old who plays his club ball in Germany. As we mentioned, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists the last time Iceland played Hungary in the EuroBasket qualifiers last year. Group B action. Big game for Hungary. They've got to stay alive. They've got to get a win, and they've got to win by more than 4 points. That one, nice fading, beautiful shot as Zoltan Pearl drifting to his right hand gets that one to fall. Excuse me, check that on Akos Keller. That pass picked off. So after the Keller bucket, go inside, and there's going to be a foul there as David Vojvoda, who just checked in, is fouled by Egor Steinarsson. On the drive, it looked like he had it and just got the bump right there. Steinarsson, older players on Iceland at 32, the captain. Craig Pedersen, the head coach, still staying calm. Here comes Hungary with a floater in the lane, gets it to fall over the big man. And that time, Zoltan Pearl gets that shot to drop, goes right at Linison, the 7-footer. So what was 11-2 is now 14-8. Ball knocked away, no foul called. Euro step inside, beautiful job as Gjor Goloman, who just checked into the game, gets his first bucket. That pass shot rattles in and out from Gudmundsson. And the Hungarians looking really good as a collision at mid-court. And it's a 4-point ball game as Hungary has clawed themselves back into this one early in the first quarter. And the foul will be on Iceland. So that means John Axel Gudmundsson's going to have to take a seat. Elvar Fredriksson back into the game. Martin Hermansson will take a seat as well. Styrmar Thrastarsson, number 34, has checked into the game. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Coming up on 3 minutes to play here in quarter number 1 in Group B. Hanging floater there. Good defense, no foul called. And Iceland has a nice stand there. So now they look to get back to their offensive ways. They started off so well in the first quarter. Outside shooter was there. Passed up a good pass. Good shot for a better one. Kristen Paulson can't bury his first shot attempt. Hungary looking to run. Get some offensive flow going. Fans coming alive here. Inside rotation, uses the glass nicely. Beautiful basket by Gjor Goloman. Spanish club teammate with Iceland's John Axel Gudmundsson, both men playing for San Pablo Burgess. So it's a 2-point ball game as we come up on 2 minutes to play. 9 points was the biggest lead of the match, and a wide open three for Styrmar Thrastarsson. Buries that one. The 22-year-old plays his club ball in Belgium and makes a big contribution as Iceland pushes their lead back out to 5. If they're going to give it to him, he'll take it. Zoltan Pearl. 12 points, 6 assists in the last meeting versus Iceland in that loss. He averages over 13 points a game, 3.8 rebounds and 3.3 assists to cut the lead back to 3. Shot clock at 5. Hop step and off the leg, and Elvar Fredriksson thought there was going to be a foul called. None was, and the ball goes back to Hungary. Officials did not see a block there as the contact was initiated by Fredriksson. Tryggvi Linison will take a seat. So an opportunity now for Hungary to possibly penetrate into the paint as the big 7-1 center has taken a seat the last minute and a half of quarter number 1. Jarni Jonsson has checked in for him. On the wing, to the point. Deep range three coming and count it. David Vojvoda. Huge three, and we're all even at 17. Almost an and one situation, and just like that, Elvar Fredriksson gets back up court, catches the Hungarian defense napping just a little bit. Look at this, pushes the pace. Really nothing left for Adam Samoji to do, but on the bump foul. But how about this big time three coming from Vojvoda? gets his first bucket of the game, and it's a big one. Fredriksson breaks the tie with that free throw shot, but Gasparo Korn calling that timeout early in quarter number 1 when his team was down 11-2, and just asked them why. What are we doing? Fredriksson misses the second. So it's 18-17. Iceland had a 9-point lead. It is now cut to 1. Hungarians showing some serious grit here at Szombathely Savaria Arena. Wanted to pull the trigger again, did Vojvoda. Step back 3 and gets it to fall. Samoji. Two-point lead for the Hungarians, their first of the game. Stand corrected, the first dunk of the game came from Hungary. Shot clock at 6, game clock at 8. Stutter step, left wide open, nice 3 coming, buries it. Great shot coming from Agar Steinarsson. And that is how the first quarter will end here at Szombathely Savaria Arena in Hungary. Great battle back as Hungary was down 11-2, and they came back. Only led for 26 seconds, only 2 lead changes in that first quarter. Points leaders after quarter number 1, Martin Hermansson with 9, Zoltan Pearl chipping in with 6. Good shooting by both squads, 47.4% for Hungary, just below their normal pace, and 58.3% for the visiting Icelandic squad. 3-point percentage, 55.5% for Iceland and 28.57% from 3 for the Hungarians. Got off to a nice start here, and this is how it started for Hungary. You thought this is exactly the kind of ball that Gasparo Korn would like to see them play. But then Iceland caught fire from outside. Drive, penetration, and kicks. That one by Hermansson. Stops on a dime, feet behind the line. Drains the triple. And then it was another dunk for Norbert Lukács on a fortuitous bounce on a long rebound. Hungary came alive. That's until Martin Hermansson decided to take matters into his own hands, buries another 3. Great back and forth game. As we get ourselves ready for quarter number 2. Courtside 1891, we can follow all the action. Just download the app and hit that QR code. You get scores, streams, schedules, everything you want to know for FIBA EuroBasket 2025. We're back to action now in Szombathely, Hungary, the Savaria Arena. Early lead coming from Iceland. Hungary battles back, and we start the second quarter with a 1-point lead for the visiting squad. Iceland in the traveling whites, Hungary in their home reds. Going back to what got them in business, and that was the drive, penetration, and kick. Gonna get a foul, looks like on Akash Keller on the drive. You see the body work by Hakur Paulson as he gets to the foul on outside and inside. I guess you could have called it also on Adam Samoji. Off the heel. So a miss there. Hits the second. (22-20) Iceland on top. Their head coach Craig Pedersen, assistant Baldo Ragnarsson, got to be a little disappointed. Basically, their squad had that 9-point lead. You knew Hungary was going to come back once the fans got involved, and the shooting heated up just a little bit. That shot off the mark by Keller, and Iceland now looking to run. Nice crossover dribble, shut off. Back inside. Driving into the lane, and a checkup. Quick no-look pass, deep range 3, can't get it to fall. But an offensive rebound for Iceland, they get a fresh 14 seconds. Drive in the lane. Last second kick out Euro step attempt, and nothing doing there. Looked like Steinmar Thrasterson was going to get that ball to fall, but rolls out. Here comes Hungary with a nice defensive stop on the drive, off the glass and in. Well done, and a great substitution by Gasper O'Korn, the head coach, as he inserts Adam Samoji. And Samoji has been a huge difference maker since coming in. Again, a breakaway and another layup, so back-to-back buckets for Samoji. Back-to-back buckets, and he gives his squad a 2-point lead. On the drive, off the glass, foul called this time. Looks like they might get Voivoda, despite the disagreement coming from Gasper O'Korn. As a bump. Martin Hermansen driving to the lane. Zoltan Pearl checked back into the game. Also, Kristen Paulsen, great outside shooter. Quite feeling it just yet. He'll take a seat. 2-point Hungarian lead. Just joining us here in Szombathely, Savaria Arena in Hungary. Iceland raced out to an 11-2 lead. Hungarians got a bit of a tongue lashing from their head coach Gasper O'Korn, and then they responded nicely as they got themselves back in the game. And the lead momentarily, and we are back to even, 24 all. So Hermansen hits both of them. Linnesen has also checked back in. He's a difference maker, 7'1" center, the 26-year-old. 14 points, 11 rebounds the last time these two teams met. All even at 24 here in Hungary. Group B play. Hungary has to get a win here. And a nice turnaround jumper there. Patiently backing down his man is Nate Ruvers. Nice double team there. Ball picked off by Pearl. Pearl on Hermansen, drives to his right hand, and beautiful cross over. And Gasper O'Korn looking for the and one, not going to get it. 4-point lead for the Hungarians. They trailed by 9, they now lead by 4. Drive, kick, and you get the impression that Hungary is kind of now realizing what Iceland tries to do. They've got quick guards, they get the penetration, then they look to kick. So now Hungary is starting to defend that kick as we've had our 4th lead change so far. Hermansen, the leading scorer for Iceland with 8 points. Adam Samoji off the bench, chipping in 8 points as well. There's the drive, there's the kick, stepped on the line. Official right on top of that action. Unfortunate as Hakur Paulsen gave a great head fake and had the open lane. Here it is one more time. Right there, left foot. Big opportunity now for Hungary to pad that 4-point lead as we approach 7:10 to play in the first half. Deep range 3. That time it won't drop. Linnesen pulls it down. Iceland looking to run into the front court. Nice cut over. Their guards are so quick. Iceland has some serious speed as Elvar Fridriksson just cut through the Hungarian defense. Pearl answers right back with a 7-foot floater. Zoltan Pearl. (21-20) was the score after quarter number 1, and since then, second quarter has been dominated by Hungary on a 10-5 lead and make that 10-7. Beautiful shot in the lane. Once again, Elvar Fridriksson. 2-point game. Samoji's had the hot hand for Hungary. A lot of dribbling, has to kick it out. Shot clock coming up on 5. Pearl, shot clock at 1, has to get this one off and does in time. Mid-head coach Gasper O'Korn a little nervous there with 1.5 seconds. He was still dribbling, got the ball off and got it to fall. Hungary extending that defense out just a little bit, trying to slow down those guards of Iceland. They just move with impunity as that ball is picked off by Pearl. Drives the lane, hangs in the lane. Great defense there as Martin Hermansen able to hang in the air with him, and the ball will stay with Hungary. 4-point lead, 5:31 to play in the first half. Did a great job there of keeping his body away from Zoltan Pearl. So Pearl, who we mentioned, has 12 points, 6 assists last time the teams met. Off to a good start here. Checking in is Iger Steinerson, the captain, back into the game. Only player under 6 feet tall for Iceland. Bit of a height mismatch there. Pearl's going to go to work on him. Gets the kick out. Double team Kane, man wide open. Beautifully executed. And Craig Pedersen has seen enough after that big three, and it is Hungary down 11-2. They now lead it by 7, 35-28 with 5:21 to play in the first half.
One time here. We go horns, Trygve and Steermere, okay? Elvar, I want you to come towards Trygve, okay? And then Steermere pop out, throw it back, and Trygve dive, okay? Okay? Because he's just sitting on your back here the whole time, right? Right? Pop out, Steermere, start low, pop out, and maybe towards the ball, back and in, okay? Okay? Hey, but listen. We got to take care of the ball. Because they're running the shit out of off of our turnovers, right? Take care of the ball. When you're open on the kick out, we got to look to shoot it. So,
Apologies for a little industrial language there, and I think the message that Craig Pedersen of Iceland is letting his players know is got to take care of the ball. A lot of their points given up are off of sloppy passes or just not handling the ball appropriately, and then Hungary's coming back and they're really starting to heat up as the rims are softening here at Szombathely Savaria Arena. So looking for the getting back to what got them that early lead. Remember, they had a 10-point lead, and it has now dwindled as they trail by 7. So he's looking for the drive, Craig Pedersen is, and the kick out and the open shot. We'll see if Iceland can get back to their ways. Biggest scoring run, Iceland went on an 11-0 run, and Hungary's gone on an 8-0 run. 4 lead changes in this ball game as we are now 5 minutes to go before the half. Short range jumper there, just can't get it to fall. Rebound taken away nicely by Lukáš. Big opportunity now for Hungary to maybe push this lead to 10 with a 3-pointer. Vojvoda looking for the lob, got a little bit aggressive there as he's trying to get it to Akos Keller, the 6'10 center, but just couldn't get to the pass as Vojvoda got a little too anxious for that one. So now Iceland with a stop. Bucket will cut it to 5, a 3 will cut it to 4. Just haven't had the same offensive flow that they did in the first quarter, and give credit to Hungary for amping up that defense. On the drive, off the glass, looking for an alley-oop there. Gudmundsson does a great job of staying with the play. John Axel Gudmundsson gets the ball to drop, and he cuts the lead to 5. So a lucky bounce going the way of Iceland on that one. Pearl drives, gets it to fall. Zoltan Pearl. 14 points in the game for Pearl, as he has certainly come alive since the start of this ball game. Gudmundsson hung in the air, nowhere to go with it. Ball ends up in the hands of Iceland, but they can't do anything with it. Þrastarson unable to convert on that open 3. Probably like to have that one back. He's not going to get that easy of a look. Pearl again, this time can't get it to fall. Linnesson able to knock it away behind the back, both sides. Fridriksson, he'll drive the lane and just pass out of the reach. Trying to get it to Þrastarson. Stimar unable to corral that one. So it's a 7-point lead as substitutions coming for both squads. Here it is one more time. Just off his hands. A little too much heat on that pass. Benedikt Ferrari has checked into the game for Coach O'Korn. Þrastarson will take a seat. Martin Hermansson back into the game for Iceland. So Iceland's got 3 minutes and 15 seconds to try to close this gap of 7 and get back the lead they had in the first quarter. Hungary's done a great job making the adjustments on defense, getting a lot better shots. Verratti drives, hangs, gets it to fall. Benedict Verratti. Now it's a 9-point lead. Game day 5 of the EuroBasket qualifiers here in Hungary as we welcome you inside Szombathely Savaria Arena. Hungarians trailed this one 11-2 early on. They fought back. That shot off the mark from Stiger Bjornsson. Ooh, and gets it to fall. A triple. Nate Roovers got the start and got the 3 to fall. And now it's a 12-point lead. So if you're head coach Pedersen of Iceland, you want to get this thing into single digits. Gudmundsson, he lines up a 3. Can't get it to fall. Linnesson tries to keep it alive into the hands of Hungary. Sigtrygger Bjornsson checked into the game, number 66, 30-year-old point guard. On the drive. Up and over the big man. Zoltan Pearl goes right at the biggest man on the court and gets it to fall. And now Hungary has a 14-point lead. And Craig Pedersen calls a timeout with 1:50 to play in the first half. He does not want to let this thing get out of control. And that's where he's looking at right now. He's got to close this gap before the half.
Where Martin has the ball and Twiggy, you're coming out and flipping the screen. Okay? So we go thumbs down. I mean thumbs up. So we're just coming in.
Second quarter has belonged to the Hungarians. They have absolutely dominated. 14 points, the biggest lead. They've gone on a 9-0 scoring run. And unlike the first time they played last year at the EuroBasket qualifiers, they are starting to pull even with time leading. Trygve Linnesson will stay in the game. Big man. They've also inserted a couple of their three-point shooting specialists. You've got Martin Hermansson, Kristen Paulson. Hermansson handling the ball. Big 140 for Iceland to close this gap. If they can get it down into single digits, that'll be a win. Hanging in the air, and he's going to be fouled in the act. Norbert Lukács got him on the arm. It's the first. Hermansson hits the second. So Lukács picks up his second personal foul. 44-32, under a minute and a half to play. Big opportunity now for Iceland. And the defense coming in, getting a little chippy there. Verratti did not like the push-off by Bjornsson, number 66. Benedict Verratti. Verratti trying to work that size advantage, drives the lane. His shot is blocked, but not before a foul is called. Oh, that looked, was it clean? mostly ball. That will send Benedikt Varadi to the line. 12-point lead for Hungary. Remember, they have to win this game and win by more than 5 points if they want to keep their hopes alive at advancing. A loss or a win by fewer than 5 points would eliminate them. Iceland will qualify for the final round with a win or a loss of 1 to 4 points. Varadi unable to convert the first. Gasper Okorn, the head coach of Hungary, giving a lot of players runs in this game. He's going deep onto his bench. Hits the second. So a 13-point lead, 1:10 to play in the ball game. Foul going to be called there as we talk about the speed of the Icelandic guards. Martin Hermansen was just a freight train getting away. Foul called. I believe it was on Lukáš. Oh, excuse me, Tomáš Palaj. 5 checks in, up and under. Linneson's shot is partially blocked, so the big man can't get his shot to fall. Palaj inside, 35, takes his shot. Good look there, blocked out by John Paul Gudmundsson. Ruvers can't get it to hit. Gudmundsson now. Looking for a big bucket here in the lane. Gets hung up in the air, nothing to do with it. In the corner. Better closeout defense by Hungary. Long range three, nothing. Great job by Hungary's defense. 45-32. They're going to slow this one down. They've got 15 seconds on the shot clock. 20-19 make that on the game clock. Foul called as Kristen Paulsen picks up the foul. What a difference a quarter makes. At the end of quarter number 1, it was a 1-point ball game, and Iceland was in firm control, going out to an 11-2 lead. But since then, it has been all Hungary on this home court. Great showing, double team coming, knocked away, and a great job there as Hermansen dives down, knocks the ball out. Goleman's calling for the foul. Let's look at it one more time. That's a good call. Good call by the officiating group of Julio Anaya, Georgios Porosanidis, and Karsten Straub. So a timeout on the floor. Take a look at this one. 45-32. 14 seconds left on the game clock. Head referee Julio Anaya is going to take a look one more time. Yeah, I think they got it right. Looks like it comes off the right arm, forearm of Goleman. Ball knocked out right here, bounces off his chest, and then off the forearm. Of course, Martin Hermansen was all over that one. So a Hungarian coach's challenge one more time. See, Gasper Okorn didn't really have a great angle of it, but why not? So this is the moment where he drives down. Contact. Kristen Paulsen also agrees with the call. Unless it got his elbow, but it just looks like it was last touched by Goleman. They've adjudicated it via video. And there you go. They saw something that obviously we did not see, but there's a timeout on the court. 45-32, 14.6 to play in the first half.
After this,
This is the big man going down low. Trygve Linnesen just couldn't get it to fall. It's a pretty good matchup with Nate Ruvers, who's 6'11". Linnesen is 7'1". So 14.6 seconds to play in the first half here in Group B play. Hungary has to get a win, and they have to win by more than 5 points to not be eliminated. Iceland can lose, but they cannot lose by more than 4 points. And that would push them in to the final round. Game clock at 8, shot clock at 3. They get it off in time, and they get the offensive rebounds. They'll get another look at it. Deep range 3, just as they dialed it up. Benedikt Varadi. What a shot as David Vojvoda gets the last shot, not Varadi. Vojvoda buries a 3 to push that lead. Here it is one more time. Vojvoda. Boom. So the end of the half and period number 2 comes to a conclusion. It is 48-32 as Vojvoda absolutely breaks the hearts of the Icelandic fans who may be in attendance. They had a lead at one point at 10 points. They go into the half trailing now by 16. You take a look at the run. Iceland led 21-20 after quarter number 1, but outscored 28-11 in the second quarter. There you see the leading scores for Iceland. Ermansen, 13, did most of his damage in the first quarter. Fredriksson, 9, and 3 for Gudmundsson.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Turkey may not allow that, and Turkey will get the steal. Oh, behind the back pass. How about that?
Kicks it out, Willis. He hasn't made one yet. And that one doesn't go in either. He is a walking highlight reel when it comes to dunks.
Turnover again. Andrew Nashkashvili needs a pass, puts it into Shengelia for two, the crowd are in it. Timeout Finland. Back-to-back turnovers lead to a 5-point advantage for Georgia.
Now Houston throws the alley, but Guerra, buenas noches. La Laguna, Tenerife, baby. Well, if you want to go to Tenerife, fly Frank Guerra Airlines. Muchos gracias.
Still plenty of time left, though. Abramovich getting himself in a spin at the top.
Past inside. Oh, that is a poster. That is huge. Comprovenza. That's an angry man throwing it down. Entry pass. Oh, beautiful play. Zubris turns that rim into his own personal jungle gym.
Oh, there's a lane here. Oh, and it's filled beautifully. And they're carrying on where he left off in the first half.
Uh-oh, look at this. Macondo mashing it home. S'il vous plaît. Look at this. He is for, oh, look at that hunger. Inbounds pass. Oh, unbelievable. The three-pointer. Can you believe it? Inbounds the ball off the back of the defender. Look at this. Oh, my. Yilmaz is never going to live that down. And basketball fans, I'll say it. Well, no, got it up. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me? Did it count? Are we going to double overtime? I can't believe it. I think that's good. That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Back inside Sambatai Arena in Hungary. Iceland got out to a big lead, 11-2 to kick things off, and then it was Hungary making the adjustments as Håkor Paulsen. Just 1 point as he was inserted into the starting lineup for head coach Craig Pedersen. Martin Hermansen, though, with 13 points. Perfect from the free throw line as well. This is what Iceland's got to get back to. Drive and kick, and then making those outside shots because they are there. Big buckets from Zoltan Burl. 16 points in the first half to go with 3 steals. David Vojvoda kind of stole the thunder, hitting that final 3 as the first half ended, but it was Pearl, the consistent hand, getting penetration, driving right at the big man. Look at this, that's 7-1, goes right up and over, beautiful teardrop to get the bucket. Good defense. You heard Craig Pedersen, one of the timeouts, say we've got to take care of the ball. points off of turnovers. Hungary feasting off Icelandic turnovers, 16 points to just 5 for Iceland. Fast break points, 10 to Hungary to Iceland's 5. Pearl just had no problem getting in the lane. Second chance points, obviously the way of Hungary. 6-0. Points in the paint, 24-8. You would not have suspected that with a 7-1 center in the form of Linesen, but it is 24-8 for Hungary. And then off the bench, Hungarian bench is really doing a great job. 16 points coming for head coach Gaspar Okorn's bench, as opposed to 6 for Craig Pedersen. So the halftime score here at Sombatai Savari Arena is 48-32 Hungary. The Group B scenarios we've talked about, Italy have already qualified for the final round in Group B. Turkey A have also already qualified for the final round. Iceland will qualify with a win or a loss of 4 points or less. Right now they've got a big hole to dig out of if they want to get that done. Hungary will be eliminated obviously with a loss, or if they win and only by 5 points or fewer. So that's the situation for both of these teams. They still have some big games still to go. Coming up next for Iceland, they'll travel back to Reykjavik. They'll take on Turkey A on Sunday. And same day, Sunday, Hungary will travel to Italy to take on the Italians in their final Group B game. So we take a look at some more of the halftime stats. 2-point field goal percentage, 50% for Iceland, 69.57%. It has been a huge second quarter for the Hungarians. Then you see the top scores with 13 from Hermansen, Fredriksson chipping in 9. But for Craig Pedersen, his assistant coach Baldo Ragnarsson, they've got to find a way to get back to the way they were playing that first 7 minutes of quarter number 1. Martin Hermansen, 17-point, 4-rebound, 4-assist performance the last time these teams played last year in Reykjavik. He's going to have to come alive, but I think they're going to have to really lean on Tryggvi Linesen. Young man needs to get himself into play and find a way to contribute some points because his squad desperately needs it. He only has 0 points. That is amazing. Oh, I'm sorry. Apologies. Linesen. Yeah, I thought that was a mistake. It is not a mistake. Linesen has yet to score in this ball game at 7-1 and played 16 minutes and 53 seconds. And has come up with just 2 rebounds, so they'll need him to play huge. Sigtryggur Bjornsson, number 66, got into the game towards the end. Just getting 2.5 minutes of play, giving his coach a little bit of time off the bench. But the big shot to end the first half coming by way of David Voivoda. Voivoda coming off the bench and just doing a fantastic job. 6 points, but they were impactful 6 points in just 11 minutes and 46 seconds of playing time. You get a look at the big man from Iceland. Got to find some way to get number 32, Tryggvi Linesen, more touches in the paint. So the adjustments have been made by both squads. They will come out, reversing ends, and we'll see how this one plays out with 1 half to play here in Group B. Hungary looking for a victory of more than 5 points to keep their hopes alive of staying alive, and Iceland looking to qualify for the final round with a win or loss of 4 points or less. Head coach Gaspar Okorn, he really laid it onto this team in that first quarter when they were down 11-2. Got after them. Whatever he said, it really turned things around. So we'll listen into the final preparations before we get to the second half.
Central control. Both here. You just wait. Hope. Taylor. Here. Back. Time of pick and roll. Come on.
This guy, look, they go back set door sometimes. Their fucking plan is so tight. Huh? Okay, good.
I have a few Icelandic fans that made the journey from Reykjavik here to Szombathely Savaria Arena in Hungary. I want to remind you, EuroBasket qualifiers, just scan that QR code, download the app. Look at all the scores, schedules, latest news, and streaming. A lot of great games taking place tonight. Italy and Turkey, Latvia, Spain. Right now it is Italy on top of Turkey, 26-18 in the second quarter, and Spain and Latvia at a tight one. Latvia has a 2-point lead in quarter number 2. So here we go. One half of ball to play in Hungary, and the Hungarians looking for a big win here. They do not want to let Iceland get back into this game. Hungary in their home reds, Iceland in their traveling whites. Deep range three, that one's going to be off the rim. Always tough to hit that first shot coming out of halftime. And that was off the mark by Ruvers. Pass under the inside and able to lay it up and in, just where he left off as Zoltan Pearl picks up yet another bucket. How far out? That's exactly what head coach Craig Pedersen was talking about. They're extending their defense so far as Hungary. There's got to be some options for some backdoor cuts. Big man, Linnison, 7-1, can't get up, can't get the ball in there, and they're going to call a foul as it looks like they're going to get Nate Ruvers. The big man brings the ball down to his waist. He takes away that height advantage. Here it is one more time. Got smothered. 3 red jerseys around the big man, but not in the act of shooting. Shot clock at 14. Nice pass on the inside. Almost taken away and blocked away. Nicely done by Ruvers. That shot off the mark. Offensive rebound. Deep range 3 coming in. Hits. Martin Hermansson. Big bucket for Iceland. He's got 16 points, does Hermansson. It's a 15-point lead for Hungary. No time to get conservative. Got a full half, 10-minute quarters in FIBA International Basketball, and they were looking for continuation there as Norbert Lukács was hoping that bump was going to get him a bucket and one. A foul on Elvar Fredriksson. There's a deep range 3. Iceland needed that in a big time way, or this could have gotten ugly quickly. Ooh. Lukács is going to want a second look at that one. Lucky he's not playing in Reykjavik right now because the home fans would let him know about that shot. Makes up for it. Buries the second. You have to give the advantage in speed to the guards of Iceland, but even though they have a 7-1 center, they just cannot seem to have him take advantage. And he's just not getting much. And I say not much, no buckets so far. Red jerseys converging. We've seen that movie play out before. Ball knocked away. So Iceland, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bodies flying everywhere. 3-point shot attempt up and good. Back-to-back 3, so you've got Iceland that comes out in the second half on a 6-0 run, and Elvar Fredriksson is chirping. Varadi drives the lane, uses the glass, can't get it. Iceland now looking to run, and the foul. So momentum swinging the way of the visitors as Norbert Lukács picks up yet another foul. Here it is one more time. He's looking to run. He just cut off his angle. 51-38. Floater. And a foul was called before. I cannot tell whether that was meant to be a lob pass. They've got to find some way to get Linnesen a bucket. Got to use that big man. So far, Hungary's done a great job of just eliminating him. That pass deflected off the back of a Hungarian player, and now Hungary, do they have the numbers? No, they don't. They'll slow it down, lob it up. Oh, and a late foul called. Lukasz went up, looked like he lost control of it. Here's one more time. And you see the swipe by Elvar Fredriksson. So the ball will be inbound on the baseline with 7:42 to play. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Pearl on the isolation on Steinerson. Gets deep on the baseline, gets it to fall. Zoltan Pearl is having himself a game. Pearl now with 18 points. Ball knocked out on the drive, and they're going to call the block. Akor Paulsen. Tough to see where the feet are. Rattles out. 6'6" forward, the 31-year-old. Get a second attempt. Hits the second. 53-39, 7:17 to play in the third. Hungary needs the win, and they need to win by more than 5 points. The man that buried the big three-pointer to end the first half, David Vojvoda, checking into the ballgame. Lukasz checks out. Hungary kind of just toying right now, going to full set offense. Vojvoda. Oh, almost drained that one. It would have been 2 in a row for him. And they're going to call a block. Georg Goleman. Goleman stepped right in the path. He claims it. Elvar Fredriksson felt it. They're going to award, and they are going to award Fredriksson 2 foul shots. His line to the bucket was just cut off. Last man on defense. .13 lead, 6:52 to play in the third here in group number B. The scenarios are this: Italy and Turkey have already qualified for the final round in this group. Iceland can qualify with a win or loss of 1 to 4 points. Right now, they just want to get themselves back into single digits. 53-41, 6:44. Play is slowed down considerably. It probably favors the Hungarians as Iceland has the guards to run, but Pearl has been unstoppable in the lane. 20 points now. Deep range three. Flat. Big man goes right at big man. That time, advantage Iceland. And that was a delayed foul call as Martin Hermansson hung in the air. Looked like he almost got clotheslined by David Vojvoda. This is good defense. Look at this, 7-1 on 6-11. Advantage 7-1. Roovers went right at him. And these are important now. Still a quarter to play, but Hermansson trying to cut this gap. They want to get into this fourth quarter, hopefully with single-digit deficit. 55-42. Can't get any closer. Get a little chippy down below. Hungary Paulsen getting tangled up there with Goleman. No foul called. Beautiful alley-oop. Nate Ruvers, the recipient of a great alley-oop pass, and he throws it down. Hanging in the air, can't get it to fall. Big man comes up with it. Can't get it to drop, but the nice tip in there by Benedikt Varadi. And it might be a little ragged play, but it's ragged the way of the Hungarians as they are getting all the bounces right now. 59-42. Iceland is just out of sorts. Finally, their big man gets a bucket. Took a shot to the nose, but he's, ooh. And that was a reach-in. Martin Hermansen tried to swat at the ball. Look at this. Beautifully executed. Double team came, someone's got to be open. And it was 6'11" Nate Ruvers on the receiving end. Christian Paulsen now checks in for Iceland. Hungary Paulsen out. Iceland trying to speed up the pace of play. Hungary, 15-point lead. They're in no hurry. Use some shot clock on the drive, and no and one, but it will send Hungary to the line to shoot two. Akash Keller, the captain, is checked back into the game. Here it is one more time. Benedikt Varadi. Can't hit the first. Not the best night of free throw shooting by either squad. It's not the determining factor so far in this game. As we stay at 59-44, 4:49 to play in the third. This is the second. So a no harm, no foul situation as it comes down as a empty possession for Hungary. But it is definitely go time for Iceland. They've got to find a hot hand, and they've got to find someone that can start putting some points on the board for them. Guards working inside, pirouetting on the lane, kicking back out. Tough shot, gets it to fall. Martin Hermansen wanted the foul, not going to get it. Gives a long, cold look to the officiating crew. Where was my and one? 59-46. See Hungary, deep step back three. Oh my goodness, David Vojvoda. Quickly, Hermansen answers back, but they're trading threes for twos. Iceland's got to get stops. Ball knocked away. 4 white jerseys around it. Here comes Iceland. Don't have the numbers. Hermansen waits for his squad to come. No look, lead into the big man, gets it to fall on the reserve. On the reverse, excuse me. Nice job by Linnason staying with that. So he picks up his 4th bucket. Might he be the catalyst for an Icelandic comeback? They're down by 12. Shot off the mark. And that ball's gonna be knocked out of bounds. No foul called. Oof. Hungarians have had a lead as big as 18 points. Now it has been cut down to 12. 3:08 to play in the third period. Nice play inside. Had to get it up quickly because the shot clock was winding down. And Hermansen stays with it. Goes up and under, uses the rim as an extra block, and he does a great job keeping Akash Keller, the 6'10" center, from blocking that one. So Gasper Akorn has seen enough of this. It is now down to a 10-point lead. What was 18? So we'll step aside and listen in to the respective huddles.
aggressive. They are also important. Okay. Pongo, patient. Who is on you?
Look at that. That was the play that Hermansen thought he'd definitely get an and one. Look at this. No look. Big man up and under. And that was the play that got Gasper O'Korn, the head coach of Hungary, into a mood for a timeout. 3 minutes to play as we get ready for period number 4. 10-point lead for Hungary. They're going to get the foul as Ilmar Henningsen did not play in the last meeting. Just checked in to give head coach Craig Pedersen a few minutes. So Marcel Pongo drawing that foul. He's going to go to the line. Oh, gets that one. The shooter's bounce. Can't hit the second one. Bit of a shot clock malfunction, so they're going to reset the shot clock at 17. Big opportunity now. Iceland on the drive, bodies flying, and they're going to call the charge. Great job by Marcel Pongo, who just checked into the game to take that contact. Look at this. Holds his ground. Ooh. Took a shot to the back of the head as he fell to the court here at Sambatai Savaria Arena. Falco Sambatai. 63-52, 2:30 now to play in the third. Game day 5 of the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket Qualifiers. This is Group B play, and that is David Voivoda, who's been a sniper from deep range, and gets another one. Wow. 12 points now for David Voivoda. Coming off the bench. That three can't drop. Looked like it was on the mark for Kristen Paulson. 14-point lead. And they're going to call offensive charge on Norbert Lukács. For Lukács. It's going to be his third or fourth. I think it's his fourth. Have to take a bench. Sigtrygger Bjornsen's checking back in. Egger Steinerson steps out. Final 1:48 to play in the third. 66-52. Iceland. Another turnover. Linnison just could not handle that hot pass that came in. Had he been able to, it was just a quick pivot left or right and an easy layup. Fans here are calling for Voivoda to fire up another shot. Instead, it ends in the hands of Akos Keller, 34-year-old captain for Hungary, and he throws it down with authority. Ball picked off easily. And this last minute cannot end soon enough for Iceland. They have just come apart offensively. Deep range three will help the cause, and it does, as Kristen Paulsen gives them a little bit of semblance of life, as they are now down 70-55, and that expression on the face of Craig Pedersen, the head coach of Iceland, says it all. Had it down to 10 and went right back up to 15. That shot well off the mark. Ball knocked away. You heard the slap from here from Marcel Pongo, knocking it out of the hands of Linnesen. Look at this, just turn and burn. It's almost like a throwdown dunk. That's going to send Linnesen to the line. It's the first. Any way they can get Linnesen more involved right now will be a huge thing going into this fourth quarter. He has 5 points and 6 rebounds on the game. They get 6 points, and this is coming from a guy that on the last meeting had 14 points and 11 rebounds. Seven-second shot clock, game clock differential. Iceland should get one more crack at this. Beautiful alley-oop dunk on the trailer. Keller once again with the throwdown. Final 10 seconds for Iceland. They need a momentum buster right here in a big-time way. A 3 would be huge. They'll take a 2. 3 teed up. Can't get it to fall. Linnesen tries to tip it in. Shot clock and game clock go to 0. So it's a 72-57 Hungary lead. Remember, it was 21-20 after one period, and since then it has been all Hungary. Iceland's showing some signs of life there in the third as they got the lead down to 10. They just could not get it down to single digits. There you see the stats. Hungary just abysmal from the free throw line, just shooting 38%. And here are your best plays from the third quarter. Verratti, nice lead pass underneath, and the man that's been most consistent for Hungary has been Zoltan Perel. Outside shooting, kind of a trademark for the Icelandic squad, and they leaned heavily on Martin Hermansson. Early on in that third, he came out as Iceland looked good to start off, went on a 6-0 run to start the second half, but then it was Perel time. Pivot, smaller man guarding him, gets up, elevates, one hand in the air, nothing but net. Voivoda with the jump step and the alley-oop pass. Ruvers on the receiving end and the throwdown. Look at this no look. Linnesen goes up high, goes up and under, uses that wingspan, uses a little glass, gets it to fall. This was the play. Whew. Amos Keller, 34 years young, 9 points in their last meeting, and he threw down an emphatic dunk there, and that got the fans on their feet. Group B scenarios, Italy and Turkey have already qualified for the final round. Iceland can get there even with a loss, but they cannot lose by more than 4 points. And Hungary trying to stave off elimination. They've got to win. They can push to the next game when they will face off at Italy on Sunday. Iceland will travel home as they will welcome a very game Turkey team on Sunday as well in Reykjavik. Head coach Kasper Korn pleading his case. Craig Pedersen just hoping his team can make a game of it as we get ready for the final 10 minutes of play here in Szombathely Savaria Arena in Hungary. Fans now really sensing an opportunity. Deep range three from Iceland. Feet were set, couldn't get it to fall. Rebound taken away by Samoji. Played a big part in that comeback in the first quarter, but he's been quiet ever since. Samoji back into the game. On the back pass, Ruvers back to Samoji. Swings it around. Ruvers, big man, 6'11", can't get that to fall. Offensive rebound. buries it. Big bucket from Marcel Pongo. Just not letting Iceland get any semblance of momentum, and that's a nice trail pass there as they get that one to fall. Beautiful lay-in by Kirsten Paulsen. But again, we're talking about Hungary getting threes, Iceland getting twos. Step back, three, got it. Akos Keller's having himself a second half. Ball almost taken away on the ground, and they're going to call a foul. Martin Hermansen hits the deck. Look at this exchange. Voivoda almost takes it away from the 7-1 Linnesen. Look at this. Akos Keller. On the drive, bump, no foul called, so they'll take the bucket there from Elvar Fredriksson. Only the third player in Basketball Championship League history to get a triple-double. Fredriksson. Need more from him. Hungary now, really starting to use game and shot clock. Going into full set offense. Samoji, no rush, shot clock now under 5. And that's an illegal screen. Craig Pedersen signaling in the next play. This is thumbs down. They're going to get Akos Keller for that one. .7:41 to play in the ball game. 17 points. You got to think, can't leave this thing to the final 5 minutes. Somehow, Iceland's got to find a way to get buckets and get them quick. A smart foul there as Marcel Pongo fouling the much larger Tryggvi Linnesen. Problem Linnesen may be having is at 7-1, he's got such an advantage, but when he gets the rebound or a pass and brings it down to his waist or chest area, he just takes away that advantage. Keep that ball up high, young man. Smaller guards swiping at it like gnats, taking it away from him. It's the first of 2. Just 7 points. Remember, the last time these teams played in a Iceland win, 70-65 in Reykjavik, Linnesen had 14 and 11. So he's starting to creep back up where he should be, but this guy really needs to have a final 7:30 for Iceland to get themselves back into this ball game as they trail it by 15 points. Reavers. Keller kicks it back out. Marcel Pongo, he'll pull the trigger on a 3. Can't get it to fall. Ball knocked around. Taken away by Hungary. Samoji fights for it, and they're going to call a jump ball. Samoji pleading his case. Possession arrow goes the way of Hungary. Ooh, see what he's trying to say there. Looks like he has possession there, but Icelandic giant hanging on that right arm. So they'll get the moisture off the court here at Samatai Savaria Arena in Hungary. Gasper Okorn used up a great speech in that first quarter when his team was down 11-2, and since then the Hungarians have responded here on home court. Pearl driving. Goes behind his back, tricky, but he had 3 white jerseys all over him. Under 7 to play. Stutter step, drive, hang, gives it to Linnesen. Underneath, again, brings the ball down low, and he had 3 red jerseys around. If he'd have gone straight back up, he would have got a bucket and maybe an and one. And Pongo, frustrated, goes out, slams the ball on the court. This is not where Gasper Okorn wants to see his team unravel. Where the ball is. Expressing his frustration. Julio Naya of Panama and Carsten Straub of Germany discussing. Georgios Porsanidis is also involved. So this will be a technical going the way of Marcel Pongo. So they'll clear the lane. Linnesen will take, no, excuse me, it'll be Fredriksson will take that one. Now Linnesen will step up and take his two. So this turns into a three-point opportunity for Iceland. But only if they hit it. That technical foul is being issued to the Hungarian bench, per se, and not necessarily Marcel Pongo. Linnesen misses them both. So what could have been a three-point play is a one-point play. Fans now alive. 6.5 to play. Beautiful fake underneath. Samoji kicks it back out. Ruvers has to rise up and fire. And it's Pearl battling with Steinerson. And it'll go the way of the Iceland. Timeout on the court. 6:26 to play in the ball game. 78-64, Hungary on top. Fourth quarter play here is Hungary that is just holding on to this advantage of 78-64, 6:40 to play in the ball game. And they've just gotten a little bit from everyone. The captain, who did not start, Akos Keller, the 6'10 center, the 34-year-old who had 9 points in their last meeting. He comes in for a huge bucket. Not only a big bucket, but then he steps to the outside and buries a three. Popping that jersey here in Sombatai Arena. So you've got to imagine Hungary doesn't want to get too conservative, as Akos Keller, 10 points on the night. Nice to be able to get that 10-point chip off the bench for head coach Gasper Okorn. Hungary's not going to full throttle this thing, but they certainly aren't going to let off the gas too much. Remember, they need to win this game, and they need to win this game by more than 4 points. Nice backdoor cut, nice feed, nice job by Martin Hermansson keeping his head up and using the glass to put that in. So a 12-point lead now. Hermansson now with 25 points. Leading all scores. Big night for him. Ball knocked away. Linnesen comes away with it. Another opportunity now. Steinerson running the point. Shot clock at 12. Linnesen will kick back out. Wide open three. Got it. Big bucket there coming from number 14, Kristen Paulsen. It is now a single-digit lead. Remember, 9-point lead. Iceland can lose the game and advance to the final, but they can't lose by more than 4. There's the foul on Linnesen as Samoji got free. A sense of trepidation inside the arena now. Nice head fake. Linnesen wasn't really buying it, but did catch the arm on the downward swipe. Georg Goleman now checking back in for head coach Gasper Okorn. Four points in a loss for Iceland is the magic number for head coach Craig Pedersen. Right now, they've still got quite a mountain to climb, down by double digits, 79-69, 5:18 to play. Fans on the edge of their seat. I see this lead slip away. Off the front, Rivers with the putback, and they're going to call a foul. Nate Rivers at 6'11" went up and took that one away. And he's now going to go to the line. David Vojvoda, who's been an outside sniper, checking back into the ball game. Martin Hermanson's going to take a bit of a breather. He'll probably be back in a minute or so. Makes it look easy. Rivers hit them both. So a little more breathing room. What was once 9 just moments ago has now been pushed back up. 81-69. Hungary on top. Deep range 3 coming. Got it. And just like that, back to single digits. That was a huge bucket from Elvar Fredriksson. Foul called, stop in action, 4:54. And Agar Stenerson, he was holding up Zoltan Pearl. Nice spin. Kick out. Rivers. Yeah, if he'd hit that, he'd just been showing off. He has been doing a little bit of everything for head coach Gaspar Korn and the Hungarians. 81-72, 9-point lead, 4:35 to play in the ball game. Iceland needs to get this down to 4 or less. Even in a loss, they would advance to the final. Hungary trying to avoid elimination. 3-pointer coming, that's off the mark. Offensive rebound by Paulsen. Another 14 seconds, step back 3 off the mark. Linison tries to keep it alive. Paulsen's shot blocked out of bounds, and with 13 seconds on the shot clock, Hungary doing a great job keeping that defense alive. Got to respect the effort. And before the shot is taken, 2 players down on the ground, and Georg Goleman looks to be in a bit of discomfort. So they get tangled up here. Ooh, that's knee-on-knee crime right there. Goleman's right knee connecting with the knee of Trygve Linison. That's 7-1 versus 6'11". 10 seconds on the shot clock, 4:07 on the game. Layup not there. Pearl takes it away. You got to wonder at this point if Craig Pedersen's starting to think about who are my best 3-point shooters, because we're going to have to start firing up some threes. Started the game off with penetration and kick. Hungary figured that out. That ball looked to be going to the back court, but knocked away. Hungary maintains possession. Shot clock now at 3. Has to force up a tough 3-pointer. Can't get it to fall. And of course, offensive rebound for Hungary, and they get a fresh 14. Pearl working the screen on the drive. His shot off the mark. Linison comes away with it this time. Definitely go time now for the Icelandic squad. 3:15 to play in the ball game. They trail by 9. And there's a timeout on the court. Julio Anaya is looking for another ball. Ball dry, we're playing. Nice drive, alley-oop, beautiful leave. Linnesen gets another bucket. So now, 7-point lead. Linnesen now with 10 points. Starting to get nervous time for the Hungarian fans here. Deep range three from the baseline, not there. Linnesen slaps it to himself, hands it off to Fredriksson. A three would get this down to a 4-point lead. Hanging in the air, puts it up, Linnesen up and under, throws it down for the dunk. 81-76. A 5-point Hungarian lead. And if you're a Hungarian fan, you've got to be extremely nervous right now. We talked about what they needed to do to stay away from elimination. They cannot take this loss. Even if they win, they've got to win by more than 4 points. Iceland has certainly stormed back in the third quarter, being outscored in the second quarter, 28-11. They lead at 25-24 in the third for a 81-76 Hungarian lead. Remember, it was an 11-2 to start off the first quarter. It was all Iceland early on. Gaspar Korn called a timeout, laid into his players. Since then, they've responded, and now they're running out of gas. This is a big, big moment. 2:29 to play in the ball game. Hungary's got to win by more than 4 points. Step back. Beautiful shot coming from Elva Fredriksson. Leads this one. He got Nate Reuvers in no man's land with a 7-1 giant on his backside. Look at this. Roaming the baseline. So here we go. Craig Pedersen's got his best players out there, including that man, Elva Fredriksson. 20 points on the night. They're going to apply a little token pressure to see if they can get Hungary to speed up the pace of play. Who does Hungary go to? They need a bucket in a big-time way. Pearl driving on the big man, hangs in the air, gets it to fall. Zoltan Pearl with the answer. Back to a 7-point lead. 3 on the way. Well off the mark. Pearl comes up with a rebound. Zoltan Pearl has been the man for Hungary. That might have been Iceland's window right there, and Zoltan Pearl just took it away. See the defense being extended there by Martin Hermansson. He owned it. Oh, what an opportunity. Craig Pedersen could just think what could have been. It would have been amazing if they could have pulled off that comeback, but now with 1:42 to play in the ball game, they find themselves down by 7. Hope's not completely lost, but they're going to need to stop here and a 3 on the other end. Pearl winding around, and they're going to call a foul on Iceland. Martinson was looking for a foul on Reuvers on the illegal screen. Norbert Lukács is going to check back into the ball game. Goleman will step aside. So that'll be 2 free throws for Zoltan Pearl. Team's in the bonus now with 93 seconds to play in the ball game. Ooh. Needs this in a big time way to push it to 8. It's a game within a game. Hungary trying to win this game, obviously, but trying to win it by more than 4 points. Iceland would like to win the game, but if they lose, they want to lose by less than 5 points, which would give them the automatic qualifier into the final round. Big possession here. Under 90 to play. Fredriksson dancing around on the outside, pulls the trigger on a 3. Can't get it to fall. Misses just about everything, and the fans here at Sombatai Savaria Arena are going to let him hear it. Had a good look, just did not have the juice on it. So now you'll look to Hungary to really run clock here. They will not more than likely take a shot until it gets down to probably under 5. Verratti. Vojvoda drives, hangs. Doesn't get it to fall. Linnesen. Is there still life for Iceland? Oh, can't believe he didn't pull the trigger on that 3. Off the glass, gets it to fall. 6-point lead. As long as they keep it above 5, Hungary should be okay. 36 seconds to play in this one. Pearl, who else? Blocked away. Deep range 3. Off the mark, saved in bounds to Hungary. And that'll about wrap it up. But the ball did not touch the rim. They're going to say it did, and the shot clock was not reset. And the officials, okay. Looked like it did. Here's the shot coming from Verratti. Yeah. So that should have been a clock reset at 14. And they're going to take a look at it just to make sure, because this is a huge opportunity. Because if it doesn't go back to Hungary and Iceland gets it and hits a 3, they go under 4 points. Keep an eye on the net. It's going to the left-hand side of the rim. Oh, yeah. Just enough rim. Great job by the officiating crew, though, to double check and. Ooh. There's the block, the kick out, shot clock as at 5 when he lets go. And it was not reset. It's probably the best look at it. Yeah. From this perspective, it sure looks like it hit some rim. Just grazed it coming down. Officiating crew: Julio Naya of Panama, Georgios Korasanidis of Greece, and Karsten Straub of Germany. Look at the sequence all the way. Great court sense by Verratti to get that shot up. Doesn't matter that he didn't make it, because Hungary got the rebound. So 9 seconds. Okay, so it does hit the rim. They reset it, and they played 5 seconds on the rebound. Great piece of officiating work there by the FIBA officials of Julio Naya, Giorgio Korasanidis, and Karsten Straub. Why is that important? Because even with a loss, Iceland could clinch a spot in the final if they lose by less than 5 points. 6-point lead, 18.99 on the shot clock. Pearl hangs, kicks, Roovers, buries it. Dagger for Hungary. Biggest bucket of the night. He doesn't hit that, and the qualification for Iceland is still in play with a 3. Had the big man, Tryggvi Linnesen, coming right at him. The kids love it. So with 9.1 seconds on the clock, Iceland calls a timeout. And this is gonna have to be a 2-for-1 situation, a quick 3 and then a steal. Hermansen, Fredriksson, Linnesen doing what they can, 25, 20, and 12 respectively. Top scorers for Iceland. Jan Axel Gudmundsson has been awfully quiet tonight. Not sure if he is saddled with injury, but we haven't seen much of him in the second half. So it looked to be a blowout of an 18-point lead by the Hungarians has become a very interesting game over these last 93 seconds. Officials doing a great job explaining to the officials, explaining to the coaches exactly what's going on. Iceland knows what they need to do. It's got to be a quick 2-for-1. Do not foul on the 3 if you're Hungary. Protect that lead at all costs. 87-78. Give them the open shot if they have it. Do not foul. 9.1 seconds. But it's got to be quick. Quick turn fire. Defended well. Ball's loose into the hands of Iceland. 3 seconds left. Shot goes up off the mark, and that'll do it. What a game. Just when you thought Hungary had this locked up, Iceland comes storming back, down by double digits in the fourth quarter, and they're able to claw back in and make it a very interesting game, getting it down to 6 points, then 5, and then it all came down to that deep 3 put up by Benedikt Varadi. He missed it, but he hit the rim, which reset the shot clock and gave them an opportunity. And then it was Nate Ruvers, number 35, the 6'11" power forward, that buried the 3 that really was the final dagger for Iceland. So Hungary keeps their hopes alive of advancing out of Group B, and they now have a date in Italy on Sunday. They will take on a very tough Italian team. Meanwhile, Iceland, I'll take a quick look at the tape on this one, see where they made mistakes, and they head back to Reykjavik, where they will host Turkey. Icelandic fans that made the journey saw a fantastic game. Their team obviously did a wonderful job at making this very interesting down the stretch. Final score 87-78 as we take a look at the numbers. Woo, very close. Hungary 39-31 on rebounds. Iceland has the advantage in assists, but turnovers, those 4 extra turnovers by Iceland may have proved costly, as they just were not able to close that gap. Remember, all they had to do is get it down to 4 or less. Pearl leading the way for the Hungarians. He matches Hermansson's 25 points. What a game for both Iceland and Hungary. Take a look at this fourth quarter. It looked like Hungary was going to run away with this thing. They just came out so strong as they leaned on their captain, Akos Keller, with dunks and threes for the big man. Keller finishing the game with 10 points off the bench. Nice work inside. First half, it was all about the outside shooting for Iceland, but then they had to turn it inside, and then the 3 started to fall again. The hot hand, look at this, just setting up camp in the corner is Kristen Paulsen. With a 6'11" man closing in on him, keeps his eye on the prize and buries it. Just could not sustain that hot shooting from the outside. Kristen Paulsen ending the night with 8 points. Elvar Fredriksson ending the night with 20 points. This alley-oop was a beautiful thing, as it took them a long time to get Tryggvi Linnason going offensively. Really no points in the first half, comes back with 12 in the second. Tough to choose a player of the game, but I'll tell you, for my money, I think I'd have to lean on Zoltan Pearl. 25 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and just clutch buckets when they needed it most. None bigger than that one coming from Nate Ruvers. So once again, the final score in group number B, it is Hungary, the homestanding squad here in Szombathely Savaria Arena, getting the victory over Iceland, 87-78, vanquishing the loss from last year when they lost in Reykjavik, 70-65. update the standings there. Italy and Turkey still in play, coming up later tonight. And remember, still to come for Iceland. They visit from Turkey in Reykjavik on Sunday. And for Hungary, the winners tonight, they will travel Sunday and play in Italy. Group B, very tight. 7-7-7 and 6 points is how it stands right now. You see the hosts, Poland, Latvia, Finland, and Cyprus. We take a look at the road to EuroBasket 2025. A lot of great talented teams out there still in play. And who's going to fill those remaining slots?